Welcome everyone to 8 Mercenaries, a series hosted by OGN Empires, and we are looking at a professional level, money on the line, free-for-all. Now, I don't know the details of this. I didn't catch it live. I didn't find out about it till later. And I just had to cast this free-for-all. And what I don't know is if it's Diplo or if the players cannot Diplo. I do know the top 3 players from this advance to the next event, which is a Capture the Relic. Vinchester getting some chat there, and oh, by the way, it is King of the Hill. So let's go through, and there's some argument about whether they're Viper claiming no. There's no resources in the middle. That's because he has the middle. Of course, he's going to claim that. On the other hand, we have ACCM still claiming there is. You can see Viper here as the Bohemians. And let's go to resources here. You can see Viper. That trickle is very obvious and pretty fast of every single resources. Alright, so just looking through the various things we have here, and for now we're just going to go with this, I guess. Actually, let's go to resources for now, and we have, let's introduce the players all the way. Playing in the south is Slam, playing as the Turks. This was, by the way, a random Civ. Next to Slam, playing in the orange, is Yo, playing as the Persians. All the way in the left corner of the map, we have Vinchester in the purple playing as the Khmer. Just above him, we have Dragon Star playing as the Berbers. All the way in the north, we have Fire playing as the Magyars. Next to him, we have Miguel playing as the Sicilians. In the right corner, we have ACCM playing as the Portuguese. And the last player we are going to introduce, playing in his glorious yellow, is the Viper, as Aussie Drongo likes to say it. The Viper. I don't know why. But it's fun, so why not? Anyway, we have Viper playing as the Bohemians. And if you're thinking about civs that are good in a free-for-all, I think you're thinking about late-game civs, honestly, and Bohemians. The Hufnice Halb, tough to beat. Hufnice Halb, Hussite Wagon, they have all the tools they need to dominate in the late game. So do the Turks with their sniper range bombard cannons and their Janissaries or Janissaries. I don't know how we're supposed to say it. I hear different things from different people. Mr. Yo playing as the Persians, just gonna probably go into Paladins and Trash Bows. Not a bad composition at all for a late game slog. And over here, Vinchester as the Khmer. Well, you've got elephants, you've got ballista elephants, so that's nice. Viper continuing to claim that he's not getting resources, being called out by his teammate Slam. Your score's high because of scouting, right, Viper? Viper's, of course, it's not because of all the free resources I'm getting. Miguel, just catching up on the conversation. Does it give revs? Slam, yes. Viper, no, don't think so. Miguel. Let's go there. Oh, this is great. The Berbers, another good civ in the late game. As it turns out, most civs, if they get fully boomed, have something going for them. The Berber Camel Archers are a great unit. Fire. And this is nice. Watch the mic pick up my voice, and I don't have to yell at it, and it's a lot more steady. I can be a lot more relaxed. So Fire playing up here as the Magyars. Magyars also a terrific late game civ with their awesome Cav Archers, and with the Magyar Hussar, also with fully upgraded Paladins, fully upgraded Halbs. Magyars can do it all. Miguel's Sicilians, I feel like the Sicilians aren't that great in the late game. You're just going to be spamming those. Actually, those Cavalier. Not quite the power unit, but it's Cavalier, and they do have Hauberk, So the Cavalier with all that armor and bonus damage resistance, a pretty solid, spicy little unit, but I don't think quite what these other players are going to have. Over here, ACCM Portuguese. Another civ that's really interesting. We could see some organ guns coming out from our Portuguese player. We might not. I don't know. It would be cool. Viper. Viper is... Wow, walling up the center. Does... Okay, let's go through the players. Does Vinchester see this? Vinchester sees nothing. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. Uh-oh, Miguel. Get him back to his proper color. So Vinchester does not see this. The walls, fire. Fire does see the walls. Interesting. Slam. Slam does not see those walls. These players don't realize what Viper is pulling off here. Dragon Star has no idea about the walls. That's not Dragon Star, that's ACM. Apologies. Apologies. Yeah, most of the players here don't know anything about the walls, and that's... You don't want... And they're turning into stone walls in a hurry, Viper. Gonna be surrounding this monument with stone walls. And I'm assuming there should be a countdown somewhere, and I don't see it, which is disappointing. Yeah, I don't see the countdown. Viper keeping Miguel away. Miguel, where are you guys? We need to get Viper out of here now. Nobody's helping out. Let's see if Miguel lets everyone know about the wall situation. Miguel trying to kill Viper's scout, not able to do so. Viper holding on to that commanding lead. With those extra resources of Bohemians really working out. Vinchester now seeing the middle for the first time, seeing these walls, has to wonder what is going on. And I don't think this is diplomacy, by the way, guys. Doesn't seem like it. The chat settings. Ah, fire. Oh, there was a pause. They talked about it. They weren't supposed to be able to ally. Fire. All my plans are gone. Dragon Star is supposed to be pure free-for-all. So they're not going to ally each other. And it's just a pure free-for-all. As Viper continues to stonewall the entire thing. Nobody's stopping him. Vinchester, though, has reached Castle Age very quickly, as you do with the Khmer. And I want to give a shout out to the Capture Age team. Like, this is complicated trying to figure out what to do for all 8 people out here. And we've got, we've got some stuff going on. But this looks not too bad for 8 individuals. Slam walling up, getting ready for the long game here as the Turks. So Slam probably looking to not die. This is not Regicide, by the way. It's just free-for-all. So we have some other players reaching the Castle Age. The Viper for 1 and Miguel and Mr. Yo. Well, he's gone away from Mr. apparently. His name is just Yo. So I don't know if I should just start calling him Yo instead of Mr. Yo. Now ACCM and Fire reaching the Castle Age. And you can see the populations. Slam is leading, or actually tied with Viper, but leading an eco count. Viper lagging behind just a bit. Tied with Fire, actually. Viper dropping 3 town centers. 3 town centers for everyone except for Slam, who somehow has a lead. Oh, because he's still in feudal age. Slam now on the way to Castle Age. I'm going to be looking at a fast imp, I would assume, going so slowly into the Castle Age. So Slam looking to get some aggression in early, I would say. Is he on stone is the question. Indeed he is. Maybe wants to go and castle drop the tower. The Viper getting the monument fully walled. as these corner players, Slam and ACCM, walling up completely, but ACCM gonna lose a villager to the Viper. Rudely sniping off the villager is the Viper. As these two corner players walling up everything. Viper. ACCM Viper, man. Viper, sorry, it was just scouting. It was auto. Sure it was. Sure it was, Viper. You've been so truthful throughout this game. I'm completely confident in that. 4 town centers now for Dragon Star is the Berbers. And 4th town center on the way for the Viper as well. Let's go around here. Here we go. Slam dropping 3. And Vinchester as the Khmer dropping a 4th one as well. And look at these nicely placed farms. He doesn't even have to place the farms nicely, and he still is Vinchester. What a guy. I thought he was building a mill, and I was going to say, does he not realize he's Khmer? Building a town center kind of in the middle of nowhere. Protecting... nothing. Just out here on the deer. Casually. 4 town centers as well for Miguel. Viper. Now saying, yep, the middle gives me resources. Just now admitting it. And Miguel. Oh, as if he believes him. Did Miguel not realize? Viper admits it because he has it stonewalled in and he wants people to come and see. That's hilarious. Viper wants people to see it. Wants people to try to take it away. Oh, that's great. Viper, what a guy. Viper, he's played in some Diplo games before. He's been in a Regicide or Rumble a few times. Heading out across the map with his monk, but this is not Diplo, so it's a little nerve-wracking. Slam now heading up to 5 town centers. But the Viper leading all economies except for Vinchester, as the Khmer are able to take a lead on everyone. As we have no one with more than 4 town centers, but no one with fewer than 3. So everybody 3 or 4 town centers. Slam lagging behind quite a bit. That's shockingly lagging behind. In the eco with only 50 villagers to 72 of Vinchester. That just shows you the power of timings and booming. 5 town centers now for Miguel. 4 for almost everyone. Yo just building his 4th. Slam also adding a 5th. Viper, the first player to drop a castle. The hill in front of his base protects his gold nicely and gives him a position towards the middle. Vinchester also doing the same thing, guarding the stone in this town center position. Viper. Oh, what a joke. Viper starting fights with ACCM just for fun. Spam clicking villagers. Oh, so annoying. That's hilarious. So if you click a villager, that with a monk, the villager goes idle. And so what Viper's doing is spam clicking all these villagers to try and idle all of them. And he successfully did so, but now the monk is dead. Is anybody going to say anything about Viper's walls? Miguel dropping the forward university. Everett now has 5 or 4 town centers. Slam still pretty far back of the leader. Dragonstar now leading the charge with Eco at 92, 93, along with Miguel. Viper and Vinchester not far behind. Slam lagging behind, the only player to be lagging behind, all the way back at 76. Viper gonna now stonewall in, I think stonewalling in himself rather than stonewalling in Slam. Doing both at the same time, really, though. And everybody getting up to their villager numbers in a hurry. As you would expect in Diplo, pretty chill for the most part. Viper, though, has not made friends with ACCM, I must say. So if I were Viper, I would be worried a little more about this side than the other. And he's dropping an outpost. Dropping outpost around vision. Gonna be very important. A little gray villager. Oh, Vinchester. Vinchester starting a party out in a hurry. Vinchester gonna drop a castle on Dragonstar. Is Dragonstar ready for this? All over the farming eco. And Dragonstar says, peace, Vinch. But no peace is gonna be found. Do you have military buildings, Vinchester? Oh, I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Dragonstar's dead. Dragonstar has literally 0 military buildings, does not have a barracks, and continues to not have a barracks. And this castle is going to idle all of his farming eco. And Viper is in the Imperial Age. Ooh! What a nice play for Miguel. Siege towering these walls. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Miguel siege towers over the walls, takes control of the monument with 2 villagers and a spear. The 2 villagers unnecessary, but they're nonetheless. Castle being dropped now for Dragonstar as our Berber player, but I'm afraid the Khmer are a little more ready to fight than the Berbers at the moment. Although the score would suggest that these players are pretty similar. Vinchester 118 pop, Dragonstar 129. And Vinchester now in the Imperial Age. Dragonstar not yet there. Any other fighting we need to be aware of? No. Nope. Not really. As Viper takes back control of the center monument with some Hussite wagons and hand cannons. Going to be a lot of hand cannons here for Viper. Hand cannon Haubhuf Nietzsche. I have to assume another monk probably likely to go down. It looks like Miguel and Mr. Fire are going to be battling it out here as Miguel drops this castle towards Fire. Viper is getting castle dropped. He's going to have to scramble some villagers. Not really getting castle dropped so much. And AC Sam, oh, it just defends my gold. You know, it just defends my gold. Viper man. So we got fights here. We got fights here. We have fights all over the place. Alright, just silent for a moment. Just checking to see if my mic was picking up my air conditioner running in the background. OBS says no. So Slam just chilling in the corner. And Yo just chilling. So I would say these players are in a nice position. Slam and Yo. Everybody else is fighting with someone. And Vinchester says, Yo, I am fighting just in case. I don't know what that was about. And Yo says, fight Viper. Oh, I love it. I love it. And Viper says, why? I'm peaceful. 190 years left. So we got an update on time. 190 years. That's not all that much time. It's broken in. All right, Miguel resets it. Resets the countdown. Or, well, takes control of the countdown. Viper is... Now that I like. See, this I like. This is a bonus that nobody uses with the Sicilians. And I think this is something you should do with the Sicilians. When you take control on somebody's town, as you're moving in, drop Krepos or donjons with sergeants to establish that control more dominantly. And that is exactly what Miguel's doing. Now, Miguel, I would leave these walls unless you plan on replacing them with your own. And just because these walls are a hindrance just as much to everybody else as they are to you. And this fight between Vinchester and Dragonstar, Vinchester is taking the lead here, running out with Halbs. Gonna be breaking in here before long. Running out with, sorry, Pikemen and Light Cav up against the Cavalier of the Berbers. And Dragonstar is gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Over here we have a Treb from fire shelling down Miguel's castle. Miguel is worried a lot more about the center at the moment as he's taking control and trying to lock that center control down. So he'll probably end up having to evacuate his eco. Viper take out ACCM's castle, and now they're just chilling peacefully beside each other. Not too worried about each other. Just took out the castle. No worries. Slam and Mr. Yo still peaceful with each other for the most part. A little outpost skirmishing as Mr. Yo is taking out outposts on both sides of his base. Dragon Star is just hoping someone will attack Vinchester at this point. Otherwise, he is in trouble. And Miguel really doesn't like these walls. And again, I think these walls are not that harmful. But here comes Viper, Hoofniche, Halb, Hand Cannon, Hussite Wagon. Just a couple Hussite Wagons are here. And the Halbs wait in under the Sicilian Cavalier. But as you know, the Sicilian Cavalier take a lot less bonus damage, and that army is dying now. And this is getting a little bit, slowing down a little bit for me. Alright, so apologies for that as Fire comes in now as well, joining the party. Miguel having to fight on the right and on the left of his base. Fire's attacking Miguel, Viper's attacking Miguel. They're all rushing to this center point. Viper with the greatest score, but not the greatest population. Dragonstar continuing to try to hold on, but there's nowhere to run on this 8-player map. And I'd say Dragonstar is trying to hold, but I don't see this lasting long for Dragonstar. But Yo has moved in onto Vinchester. This is exactly what Dragonstar needs. Dragonstar just needs Yo to continue attacking Vinchester. If he attacks enough, Vinchester will be forced to head back. As Fire dropping castles to cut Miguel off from the middle, as Miguel still holds center control. This fight's going to be going in Fire's way. For sure. And Viper just hanging out watching the world burn at this time. Not so anymore, as the very slow... Hold on one second. Let's go to graphics. Drop the enhanced graphics. Alright. Drop the enhanced graphics. That should speed us up a little bit. The Hoofniche here. Mr. Yo now heading to the middle. Just cleaned up that gold mine. I guess he wanted that gold mine for himself later. Mr. Yo joining the party in the middle. And Mr. Yo's actually going to be the one taking center control here in just a moment, I would say. Resetting that countdown from Miguel, Viper, and ACCM. ACCM backed off. Decided, nah, I'm not going to, and is instead going to go crush Miguel. So for whatever reason, ACCM and Viper, their tenuous relationship continues to not turn completely hostile. And the monument has been taken control of by Fire, but now Fire being pushed away by Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo going to be taking center control in just a moment. As Dragonstar continues to hold on against Vinchester, but not... Hold on is almost an exaggeration. Slam trying to trade with someone. And Yo casually building a 1-villager castle between Slam and the center in sight of Slam's outpost. And I think Slam's going to have to go out and deny that eventually. He's got a couple of heavy cav archers. That won't be a problem for him. Dragonstar continues to get squished further and further in the corner. And I think Dragonstar is just about dead. I hate to say. Now, we do see Elite Genitor. That's very cool. I love to see the Genitors. I think a better unit than it's giving credit for. I think it's a unit that could be used against Cav Archers. if you're lacking gold or don't have a castle up, one of the few units that could really deal with cav archers. Because they can chase down cav archers. They're 1.49 movement speed to the cav archers. 1.54, it's close. Versus a skirmisher is not close. And this is over for Dragonstar, but he's not resigning, hoping Vinchester will be forced back. And a bombard tower rush by ACCM into Miguel's base. Miguel held the center for too long and is paying the price for it. Going to be dying here. And Slam and Yo getting into it with each other now. Not happy with each other as Slam starting the bombard tower rush. And that Oneville castle continues to go up. It's going up. And Fire just fighting in the middle, no fighting in his town, which is a nice thing to see for Fire. Fire's position looks great. Viper says, I'm back. I wonder if Viper left. And he's back to his castle being destroyed. Yeah, sorry. I was checking to see how they go back in the chat. I don't know how they do that. Oh, that does something. Okay, interesting. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to learn the hotkeys, but I don't know how to learn the hotkeys, honestly, on this. I don't know where to just go look and see a list of hotkeys for Capture Age. Dragonstar continues dying. ACCM is... Oh, Dragonstar's dead. Dragonstar has resigned out of the game. Bye, Dragonstar. Ooh, the Hoof Nietzsche, man. The Hoof Nietzsche. Such a dominant unit. Look at this. Squish! They squish everything. Hoof Nietzsche with the... Look at that. Dropping the bombard cannons. Bombard cannons can't deal with that. 40 attack versus the 50 attack. Doesn't look that different. 90 HP versus 80 HP. But the blast radius is the big difference. Viper now creeping his way closer to the middle. Fire walling Miguel out from the middle. However... Yo fighting that down. Yo and Slam fighting in the middle. Everybody fighting towards the middle with their militaries. Not so much going with sneak raids in the side. As Vinchester is just killing Dragonstar for fun. And oh, they were talking about points. The reason they were talking about points is the top 3 go through. In other words... Since it's King of Hill, if the game were to end right now, Vinchester, Viper, and Yo go through. So ACCM is just trying to get points by killing people. Just wants points, Viper. I'm just killing your buildings for points, he says. And Viper's like, no. I'm gonna shoot back and get my own points. Vinchester getting points by killing Mr. Dragonstar. Miguel is also dying. Miguel's early aggression did not pay off. Viper's, on the other hand, did. His very early aggression. And we got some bombard cannon dodgeball. Fun stuff. And a monk converting a Hoof Nietzsche. Unable to do so. Able to convert on that conversion. Vinchester says, Fire, you need those for mid. And is pointing out something. Fire says yes. Oh, talking... They're... Oh, I see. Ah, haha. Vinchester with a fake out, acting like he wasn't going to continue the push, but indeed does continue the siege ram push. Vinchester tells Fire he went the wrong direction there. As they continue to clean up Dragonstar's remaining buildings just for points. And Slam and Yo fighting each other back and forth. And now some Janissaries being added in, and this unit's awesome. I've been playing around with these guys in arena team games, and my goodness, 22 attack is a lot of attack, just saying. Alright, they melt everything. And Viper and ACCM just dancing around with each other. Viper now headed towards the middle. Now, he's the one player who can delete these walls and get in. That Fire has, I think, smartly utilized the walls in this way. But it's not going to be smart. Oh! Oh! And that, you see, is why. Oh, why the Hoof Nietzsche are so stinking strong, man. And Viper's just going to sit back here and play dodgeball with the Paladins. And, oh no, Fire's gonna get wrecked by Miguel and by Vinchester. Fire is next on the chopping block as Miguel is recovering. And Fire, no, 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 no. Viper building a gate, not even deleting the walls, just building a gate and then gonna rush through and take control of the center. Don't know how long is left, but not long enough. Fire next. On the chopping block. Letty me wee. I think he was trying to say let me win, and it just kind of letty me wee. Yeah, Fire getting wrecked now. ACCM somehow has a lower score than Fire. I don't know how that's even possible. ACCM pushing in on Miguel as Miguel is pushing in on Fire. So Miguel does have somewhere to run as he takes out Fire. Yo and Slam continue to battle it out on the flank with Hussar, Heavy Camel Rider, Heavy Cavalry Archer versus the Paladin Hussar army. Well, really just Paladins of Persians. And, oh, Vinchester takes out the Paladins and says, I told you, Fire, you need those in the middle. As Fire also loses the middle to Viper. And Fire knows what's up. Like it would matter. It wouldn't. Viper dropping bombard towers of his own to fortify this middle area. And gives up middle? No, doesn't give up middle control. Holding middle. Well, Fire calls the GG and taps out as he's just about dead. Now, in these games, these free-for-all games, I like to hang out as long as possible. I'm going to make you kill me. So if I have one villager, I'm going to the corner and rebooming because these can drag out for long enough for people to reboom. That's how I've actually played well in free-for-alls before by being completely destroyed. Convincing someone to let me live, rebooming, and winning the game from there. Players dancing back and forth. It looks like Slam taking a slight lead against Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo, though, has a siege ram sneaking its way in on the left with a few hussars, maybe looking to do some damage as well. And I think we're going to have a big gunpowder fight between the Hoof Nietzsche and the bombard cannons. Portuguese versus Bohemians here. And these are cool bombard towers. Look at these bad boys. Look at that. Very cool tower. I'm not sure how it fires such. These, it makes sense how they fire one large cannonball. These don't look like they should, but they do. Vinchester's like, Miguel, you have something on your mind. I don't know what... this army that's attacking Vinchester, and Miguel says, I wish for points. So they're gonna fight each other for points while the middle Yo is focused on the prize. Yo is in the middle of Slam's town telling everyone to kill Viper. And this little side raid, it's working out well as the siege rams, Slam didn't notice them, and somebody's got to do something about Viper. Viper is going to win this if nobody does anything. As Vinchester continues to get puntos, but he might be losing puntos. Elite Ballista Elephants now coming out for Vinchester. Khmer are awesome, guys. Khmer are awesome. These Ballista Elephants, such a cool unit. Now with 2 players out, it's speeding up a bit. Slam cleaning up Yo's army in his base, but not before he loses enough points to drop all the way below ACCM. And this army is still back here for Yo, gaining him points. Yo getting points here. The Hufnice, Bombard Towers, very similar compositions for both of these players, but it's just a lot better over here. And wow, the Hufnice even take out. Alright, so, now, are these the sniper bombards? Yes, they are. Sniper bombards of the Turks. These are not sniper bombards of the Portuguese, although they do have increased accuracy. They have ballistics, I should say, actually. And telling you, Hufnice are amazing. If you get to this mass of Hufnice, 27 of them, there's not a whole lot that can come against you. Slam trying to push into the middle and deal with Yo at the same time. Yo fighting for points effectively has a nice cushion between himself and everyone else. In 3rd place by 3,000 points, but Miguel quickly moving up as Miguel is wrecking Vinchester. Wow, what a turn of events. Vinchester telling Yo it was a bad idea. Miguel, it was a bad idea, and I think he's actually right. That did end the game, in my opinion. Viper has to be closing in on the win. And instead, he's fighting. Vinchester and Miguel are fighting each other. This is fine for Vinchester. He is in top 3. Miguel trying to get points. He was racking up points quickly for a little while. But now Mr. Yo continuing to keep that cushion at about 3,000 points. And Viper holding on to center control. Not something that's going to be taken from him quickly, because everyone else is fighting with each other, and not enough siege out there either. And Vinchester saying no to Yo. I'm not sure what Yo's doing, as Vinchester is pushing into Firestown, still getting more points, and that's the game. Viper wins. 59 minutes, Viper wins, moving Viper, Vinchester, and Yo through. And this was really thrown off by the points battle. The points battle meant some side battles where Miguel fought Vinchester looking for points instead of going to the middle. ACCM was the only guy with his eyes on the prize. Slam and Yo were fighting, Miguel and Vinchester were fighting, and that left Viper and ACCM to fight it out for the middle, and Viper comes out ahead in that one. Well, I hope you enjoyed. This has been a professional free-for-all, or money. All right, very cool, or at least for spots. I don't know exactly how the prize pool breakdown is, but for spots, very cool game. I hope you enjoyed. Let's check the statistics, because why not? And military stats, you can see Viper with the 2.36 KD. With those Hufnice, with the smallest army in the game, other than Dragonstar, who died early, never got boomed up. Smallest army in the game for Viper, just able to crush everything. Economy, Viper with the largest economy. Why? He didn't have to have much military, so he had all villagers. Technology, Viper, just really with that bonus from the center, letting it work for him. And you can see the villager total, the max villagers, 147 for Viper. Vinchester did get up to 164 at one point, though. And the APM stats, and these are stats of a long, draggy game. These are players who are very fast, and all below 70. Well, I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did enjoy watching this professional, top-tier free-for-all game, consider subscribing. Alright? Consider giving the video a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. That's fine. Just want to know, is this content getting any better? Also, comments on the mic. Is this better? I think it's way better, right? It's just way better. Want to shout out this mic was very inexpensive, found it on sale, and doing a lot better. So hopefully you enjoyed this game. We'll see you in the next one.